All right, this is Getting Started 2. I am presuming that you have done everything that is before this and that you have done the first lesson in scriptures and the first lesson in brain gym. Now, where should you go next? We suggest that the next two subjects that you tackle would be language arts and math. Now, why? Because they're foundational. If you know how to read, you can do everything else and you can learn everything else. But if you don't know how to read, you are severely handicapped. If you don't know how to write well, and by that I mean have a good penmanship, form the letters well, you're handicapped. If you can't do cursive or you can't read cursive, you're handicapped. And so, if you can't understand the words, the meanings of words, when you're reading, you're handicapped. So, language arts is the next one to start in. Now, there's a little different method of doing language arts and math and the other courses. What we suggest is language arts is leveled, yes, but there are also units in language arts. So start with the first unit in language arts and then take the test at the end of it. Okay? Take the test that is at the end of Language Arts Unit 1. You probably won't know the answers. Make sure you write down the questions to the test in your composition book and leave room for the answers. Then go back to the beginning of Unit 1 in Language Arts and start doing the lessons. We would suggest a minimum of one lesson a day, depending upon your age. Now, if you're young, if you're 4 to 7, probably one lesson a day in language arts is going to do it for Unit 1. If you're older, you might be able to sail right through, depending upon your age. If you're 8 and up, probably the first units in language arts are not going to take you that long. And if you're 14, oh my gosh, you can probably do it within 2 or 3 days. Okay? So, but do it. Do it. And once you have accomplished the Unit 1 test, and you can do that perfectly, yes, Mrs. K said perfectly, 100%. Once you know what you're supposed to know for Unit 1 in Language Arts, then go to the end of Unit 2 in Language Arts and take the test. Again, make sure you write down the questions, you do the answers that you can, you check it with the answers that are there in the unit, and then what you don't know, you learn, you take the test again. And when you can pass that test for Unit 2 in Language Arts 1, you can go on. And you work that way incrementally through the language arts and in the same way through the math. Okay? So that's a little bit about how to get started. So now you've got scriptures, you've got brain gym, you've got language arts, and you've got math. See you in Getting Started 3.